All right, an update tonight on a story we've been following for a month, centered around chemicals that were found in the town of Winnsboro. Containers carrying liquid materials burned inside the town limits, and DHEC has been investigating how that happened. News 19's Walker Lawson has the very latest on what they've uncovered.
DHEC is continuing their work on a criminal investigation alongside the Winnsboro Public Safety Department into what is alleged to be hazardous materials buried on a vacant property on Palmer Street. That alleged dumping took place in 2018. DHEC has since excavated items from the property, but residents living next door say the smell still lingers.
The smell comes and goes, mainly when it's rain. It's very horrible.
It's definitely not as strong as it was the day of them digging in and trying to figure out what was going on. And as far as now, the smell definitely is not as worse as it was, but it's still lingering.
DHEC removed the containers back in February and have been testing the potentially hazardous materials, and within the last 48 hours sent an update about what they found. They say they tested the substance found and determined it's a common herbicide used to kill weeds. DHEC, though, says it's not believed to have been a threat to the public's health, saying in their findings, quote, DHEC hasn't identified any evidence of impact to groundwater or drinking water from the material within the containers, nor any opportunity for the public to have been exposed to contaminated soil. Resident of Vildra English says that's good news, but she still has concerns.
It'll give me a solid relief, but my concern is years from now. What if come back and I go to the doctor and they say, well, you have inhaled some chemical.
So how did those chemicals get there? News 19 obtained an affidavit from the property owner and their attorney. They claimed they were told by a man who worked for the town for 18 years that he was told to move items by supervisors of the town of Winnsboro from their sanitation department right next door to the property and to bury barrels marked hazardous waste underground. Winnsboro's mayor, who took office several years after the alleged dumping, says the town is fully cooperating in the DHEC investigation. DHEC says they have the authority to take action against people or entities that improperly manage or dispose of hazardous waste. DHEC adds the investigation into the responsible party that buried these materials is ongoing, and they will provide more information as the investigation continues. Reporting in Winnsboro, I'm Walker Lawson, News 19 WLTX.